They used to make the bodies dance at the factory. I remember the smell of sweat and metal on my skin as I clocked in for another night shift at the biopharmaceutical lab. The fluorescent lights overhead cast an eerie glow on the rows of humming machinery. The sterile silence was punctuated only by the soft hum of the centrifuge spinning the tissue samples into a pulp. My job was to prepare the specimens for the next stage of processing, a procedure I had performed countless times before, but never one that left me feeling so unsettled. The lab was always cold, but this particular night my skin crawled with a creeping sense of dread as I gazed upon the trays of neatly arranged human remains. My co-workers seemed oblivious to my discomfort, chattering amongst themselves as they loaded the specimens onto the conveyor belt for processing. I was alone now in a narrow corridor, the silence more oppressive than the screams of the machines in the distance. I turned a corner and stumbled upon a room that seemed to have been off limits to us workers before. The steel door slid shut behind me with a jarring clang. A single light overhead illuminated the space, and I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed upon a sea of faceless human silhouettes. Some were seated on chairs, others lay on tables with tubes snaking in and out of their mouths. It was then that I noticed the ones with the eyes that seemed to stare back at me. He leaned in and said, "Don't think it won't happen to you too. Don't think they won't make you dance under the lights." I spun around to face him, but there was no one there. The words echoed in my mind like a mantra, now a constant reminder of the horrors that lurked in every corner of our lab. My grip on sanity seemed to slip further with each passing night as I worked alongside the machines that churned out human parts by the minute. The sun hadn't risen in what felt like an eternity. Now the only light came from the machinery itself, which seemed to pulse in rhythm with the beat of my racing heart. I am not crazy, I am not crazy. I saw the eyes move again. My fingers trembled as I reached for the phone to call 911, but my hand hesitated as I gazed at the phone itself. My face was plastered on the screen. The image was grainy but unmistakable. I spun around to face the rows of equipment, but they seemed to be watching me with dark intent. The silence was oppressive now, and I felt like I was drowning in a sea of terror. "I have to get out of here," I told myself, but my legs seemed rooted to the spot, the words still echoing in my mind. "I have to get out of here before they make me dance."